What's up? What's good? What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing this evening? I was gonna do this tomorrow, but I'm gonna be going to some baseball games tomorrow, so I won't be here for it. So I will not be able to do this tomorrow because I'm gonna be gone all day tomorrow. So instead of doing it tomorrow, I'm gonna do it today do it tonight, I guess I could say. So what we're going to be doing is it's going to be a 5-minute quarters game. It says it in the description. This is going to be a Madden simulation game, 5-minute quarters. 5-minute quarters, yeah. And that's Madden simulation game. We'll do 5-minute quarters. Yeah, that's about it. 5-minute quarters with the simulation. And today's game, as the name of the video, it'll be the Arizona Cardinals at the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, let me go ahead and get this set up. And once I get it set up, I'm going to shut up and just let the game run, so you can just watch the game. 5-minute quarters. Let's go 4:15 and do clear weather. Actually, let's do 1 o'clock. And do overcast. Alright, that looks good to me, so let's just get on. Let's turn that off. I think that's stupid. And let's get into... Hold on, let me make sure my stream is running smoothly. Alright. It's just a test. Okay, it's running smoothly. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to let the stream run. So just enjoy the game, guys.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Two of the bigger surprises of 2015, the Cards and Bengals are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Bengals, and leading them is the same man that's led them since 2011. Their second leading passer in franchise history, and that's Andy Dalton.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw here, Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down.
Hold on, guys. I gotta fix something. There we go. Wanted to get that comment thing out of the way. Now back to the game.
One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a
I will take a second to, I guess, give my opinion on this matchup and the two teams. Sorry to interrupt. I should have done this before the game started. But as I've said before, I am a Cleveland Browns fan. So I can't stand the Cincinnati Bengals, but they've been trash for the last couple of years, so it hasn't been anything that I should be concerned with. The Arizona Cardinals. I'm not an Oklahoma fan, but I do kind of like Kyler Murray, and in my opinion, I think Kyler Murray is going to do good this year. I think Kyler Murray might be a decent quarterback. I think he might turn around the fortunes of the Arizona Cardinals. So honestly, my predictions for this game, I feel like the Cards might come out on top. But anyways, sorry, back to the game.
fine route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing, Dalton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. He finds Ross, right side. It's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Dalton operating in the red zone now. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Byrne. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Here now the offense for the Bengals.
While the Bengals struggled in 2018, running back Joe Mixon certainly did not. Over 1,100 yards running the ball, caught 43 passes. Expect both of those numbers to continue to climb in his years in the NFL.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Dalton here from the gun. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Bullock's kick is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals taking over, and they do so behind the #1 overall pick of the draft. That's Kyler Murray out of Oklahoma. Rare talent indeed. First man to be drafted in the top 10 of 2 sports, baseball being the other. He's got his work cut out for him. The Cardinals trying to rebound from a 3-13 campaign. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Man open right side, it's the tight end Clay. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And let's look now at the offensive starters for the Cardinals.
We're all looking forward to watching David Johnson bounce back from a rough season in 2018 because we know he has 2,000-yard potential. 1,000 on the ground, 1,000 in the air. And with a new offensive-minded coach in Arizona, look for his numbers to truly increase in 2019.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He may try and run for this. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, Bernard, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that
one. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touch. And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert there to make the grab. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a Bengals score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Cardinal offense heading back out. A third straight year, third different coach. So now it's an air raid offense under Cliff Kingsbury, who comes up from the college game. How do you think that system and this young quarterback, how's all this going to work in year one?
It's going to be interesting, and the offensive line has to come along. But you like where they've started, and you also like the commitment. Drafting Kyler Murray to be the quarterback. That's what he does and does well. They surrounded him with talent in the draft at the receiver position, and Larry Fitzgerald's there. So that's a great building block for the Arizona Cardinals. So I can't wait to see how it all turns out. This is going to be a whole lot of fun for me.
By the way, tangentially, totally tangentially, how do you think Kingsbury looks down there on the sidelines?
I think he looks great. I mean, don't forget, this was the guy who was nicknamed Coach Handsome while he was the head coach at Texas Tech.
So you're saying you're pleased with where we're at?
Totally pleased with where we're at.
Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now Murray throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Fitzgerald. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun on third down, Murray completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. This Bengal offense heading out. Zach Taylor's first camp as the head coach got off to a difficult start. A star receiver, A.J. Green, injured during an event at the University of Dayton. Later underwent what they called minor ankle surgery, if there is such a thing. But 6 to 8 weeks, that's the initial diagnosis. They're hoping that it's just going to be a couple of games. We'll see. But he almost certainly will not be ready to go, Charles, when the season gets started September 8th.
And you know what minor ankle surgery is.
It's ankle surgery.
That's surgery on you,
yeah.
not on A.J. Green. So that's going to be a problem for them as Zach Taylor tries to get things moving. Andy Dalton at quarterback loses his safety blanket, right? A.J. Green was his guy. Let's see how the Bengals handle that as they head into the season. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Green with a catch left side. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He completes it to Boyd. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. And a big reason why this defense is pitching a shutout, they have been bringing the lumber.
And think about how they've been playing and putting themselves in a position to do it. Fundamentally sound, covering all the gaps, what we call it run fits when it's the running game, making sure they're locking down on the pass receivers, and that puts them in a position to be aggressive when they tackle.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. From the 35 on second down, Murray, Crabtree with it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. First down, Murray. Left side here, caught by Clay. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Now, I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up fourth down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense, but if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. On the return is Kirk. It'll be a 48-yard punt. 5 there on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And shoving his way inside the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football, not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing, Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Mixon. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Dalton here from the gun. And it's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And Bullock will put this one through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Kyler Murray now in the Cardinal offense. Down by 13, a minute 54 on the clock. They've yet to score all game long, but now they need to do so twice in short order to have a shot. Throwing on first down is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bengals grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Bengals getting set to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got Fitzgerald. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Murray now, 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And able to find Kirk complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space. And
the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Murray. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Okay, that was a beautiful catch. I have to admit that. That was an amazing catch.
Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Okay, so Madden essentially told me go fuck yourself, and you're wrong on that. Okay then. Well, that's totally not what I said would happen, and in a scenario like that, that's totally not what I think would happen. But, okay. I guess. Alright, but, anyways, so, that'll do it for this game. So that'll do it for this stream. Thank you for tuning in, those of you who did. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you can be notified every time I stream again or post a new video. I will not be streaming tomorrow. I will be going to some baseball games. I might try to record some vlogs for that. And don't forget to tune in at 1 o'clock, around 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, where I will be simming this game here, the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans, except I'm going to do full length on that game. I'm going to sim full length on that game. So so don't forget to tune in for that. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one, guys. Have a good one.